I am angry. How long are we going to work on small farms? And how long are we going to export raw materials without processing them? And that's the story of Africa. Let me introduce you to cashew farms, cashew nuts. Africa produces more than half of the world output of cashew and process only 8% of it. So why would we send all our value for foreign companies to process? Last year alone, Ghana, where I come from, exported $900 million worth of raw cashew. Something needs to be done here. So at Kirikwachi Farms, we have decided to do something about it. And in doing this, we've been working since the last 6 years, perfecting how to modernize cashew growing. With modernization, we mean three things. We are doing intensive cropping. What I mean by intensive cropping is that normally you would get 100 trees on a hectare, but we are planting up to 1,600 trees on a hectare. This is possible by drip irrigation. The next thing we talk when we say modernization is that we are processing our cashews for export. We will not export raw cashew. Kirikwachi Farm will not export raw cashew. There is $20 billion market out there for cashew, and I want a piece of it. Kirikwachi Farms want a piece of it. Any investor in the room, I urge you, join me. Let's take a big piece of $20 billion out there. Thank you.
I am addicted to bamboo. 10 years ago, I was in university. And at that time, universities and government of Ethiopia were promoting bamboo because we own more than 65% of African bamboo. Then I became interested in doing my thesis in bamboo, especially on economic use of bamboo. After 4 years, dream come true. My beautiful wife and I started a company in Ethiopia. We are the leading bamboo manufacturers in Africa. Our main products are bamboo floorboards, furnitures, incense sticks, all types of round stick products for local and export market. We have more than 300 permanent workers in our 3 different factories, 2 semi-processing and 1 finishing factory. Our 2 basic export goes to India and IKEA stores. India, they are looking to buy more than 300 containers of incense sticks per month, and we are supplying 2 to 3 containers every month. And for IKEA stores, we also supply different kinds of bamboo products. We have for 4 years, we have an audited financial statement. For the last 12 months, we have a sales or revenue of more than $1.1 million. Currently, we invested $3.2 million, and now we are looking minimum of $1.9 million. This could be for research and development to scale up our 300 plus outgrowers, nursery, and additional of machinery and equipment. And the good thing is we are going to have the first African bamboo park in Ethiopia. Please join us in all or any of your interests. Thank you.
Let me introduce you to Alice. Alice is a smallholder tomato farmer in central Kenya. She's facing a myriad of challenges, among them unpredictable weather patterns, depletion of soil nutrients in our soil, crop pests and diseases. Hi, my name is Moses Kimani, founder and CEO of Lentera, and we are enabling farmers like Alice adapt to climate change in 3 ways. First, through precision agriculture. We provide Alice with temperature and humidity sensors, satellite imagery, and interpret the data from this to make sure she makes the right decision of when to plant, when to protect her crop, and when to harvest. Secondly, through conservation agriculture. We provide her with tools and techniques to make sure she's not only growing more food, but that she's doing it in harmony with the environment. And thirdly, we provide her with carefully formulated climate-smart fertilizer that ensures her crops not only yield a bountiful harvest, but that they also are more resistant to drought, are more tolerant to pests and diseases, and generally have a better vigor. To date, we've worked directly with over 3,000 farmers, covering more than 500 hectares of land. And in the last 18 months, we've generated over $70,000 in revenue. We're currently raising $560,000. Already, we've secured $160,000. So join us. Be part of this revolution to modernize farming and agriculture in Africa to enable farmers like Alice succeed beyond their wildest expectations.
Oh man, what a bummer. We have 3 districts in Rwanda that have been badly hit by persistent droughts. The people from these districts are very, very, very hard-working smallholder farmers who have been, unfortunately, the most affected by the consequent drastic drop in crop yield. And today, moringa is the only one tree that thrives in these harsh conditions. Over past 6 years, our company, Asili Natural Oils, have planted more than 100,000 trees. We buy moringa seed from more than 2,000 farmers, and we employ more than 800 people. We have been processing and exporting between 4 and 7 tons of moringa oil ingredients to the global cosmetics industry. To mention one, we have an exclusive community-based supply agreement with the Body Shop International. We export also our moringa oil ingredients to countries like Spain, France, US, Japan, South Africa, and Kenya. Our plan in the next 18 months is to diversify our product mix into moringa leaf powder for the global food industry, specifically immune food supplements, which alone is growing up to $25 billion. Last year, 2017, our annual sales income was north of $200,000, and with the new business line in moringa leaf powder, we are expecting to see our annual income raising up to $1.5 million. We are here now raising $750,000 that will enable us to build a processing facility, acquire machinery, and plant another 100,000 trees. Join us. Thanks.
My grandmother said, 2 decades ago, we were harvesting double of what we harvested this year. I'm afraid a few years from now, you'll have no food from this land to feed your children. Farmers in Africa, like my grandmother, pay 3 times the world fertilizer prices. And in Kenya alone, 3 million farmers are spending a total of 76 million US dollars to pay for fertilizers that are not fit for their land. This is unacceptable. I'm Samuel Rigu, and our company, Safi Organics, has a solution. We use technology designed together with MIT to decentralize and small-scale fertilizer production. These are small-scale, affordable, portable kilns that can be taken from farm to farm to convert the farmer's crop residue to a high-yielding fertilizer. And our resulting fertilizer increases the farmer yields by up to 30%. We have proven that our technology works. And with 2,500 farmers paying for fertilizer, we have been in a position to make $40,000 in revenue in the last 12 months. With $500,000, we'll expect to grow our customer base to 3 million farmers. And what my grandmother missed, we will help these farmers rise out of poverty sustainably. Thank you.
She seems not interested even to come and face us again. But then Sophia the farmer crosses over, dipping her hands into the dirty water, then wipes them on her blouse as she crosses over to us. But seeing us only reminds her of 5 years ago when some local businessmen went to her and she accepted to plant some moringa oleifera trees, which she has now cut down to convert into charcoal because she never saw them anymore. This charcoal, which is 800 kilograms, is only worth $240 for the 5 years that she has been working on the land. A land that will have produced up to $800 annually when planted with moringa oleifera organically. Well, I, as the research coordinator of Akili Farms, and my CEO, who is an Ashoka Fellow, Haron Washira, had to explain to her more on this. We had to take her through our model of organic farming, biometric data capturing. We had to tell her about the electronic payment so that she is sure. We had to reaffirm unto her that there is market bountiful through Live, Love, Well organization, and that she was sure that she will get what she has always intended. Having worked with the 2,700 farmers across Kenya, we have seen this work, and more so with increased disease infections such as cancers. Organic moringa will not only offer a financial solution to these people, it will not only bring some hope to cancer infections. Moringa will not only bring a solution on the side of reducing heart infections like thrombosis, but organic moringa shall accelerate the revival of our dying environment. Can you imagine 81 million seedlings planted on 2,700 farms? Unbelievable. Akili Holdings Limited, working with partners worldwide, TechnoServe, the MasterCard, we have managed to realize $50,000 for this initiative. We have to raise materials, the machines that are able to convert the moringa into powder and sell it so that our farmers can benefit from it. All that it takes right now is to raise another $50,000, and this shall make us and the integrity of plowing back hope to Sophia. For all that she needs is an assurance that it can work again. Thank you very much.
Après 40 ans de vie à la fonction publique. Donc je me suis retiré dans mon village pour vivre la vie du paysan.
After 40 years of public service, I retired and chose to go to the rural village to live my early life before I joined the government.
Mon constat est amer. Avec cette présence, j'ai observé encore que l'insécurité alimentaire, la pauvreté et l'exode continu en milieu rural, essentiellement dû aux aléas climatiques.
Unfortunately, I was shocked to realize that 40 years after, my people are still living in poverty, food security issues, and they are still migrating to Libya and other countries to look for green pastures.
C'est ainsi donc en 2011, avec mes deux jeunes frères, nous avions décidé de mettre en place la société Aoulaï Sésame afin de produire le sésame blanc pour l'exportation, puisqu'il s'agit d'une culture de rente, afin de générer des ressources et tirer l'économie locale vers le haut.
So in order to respond to these challenges, I and my two brothers decided to start a company that would help my community to get out of poverty. And this was Aulai Sesame, and we are growing white sesame for export and hence creating jobs and improving livelihoods.
C'est ainsi donc en 2018, nous avons produit 26 tonnes et généré environ $15,000 de recettes sur une superficie d'environ 100 hectares.
So last year alone, we were able to grow 25 tons of white sesame on 100 acres of land, and with that, we generated $15,000.
Notre ambition est évidemment d'augmenter les superficies cultivables, de le porter environ à 400 hectares et également la production autour de 240 tonnes et régénérer évidemment des ressources conséquentes d'environ $240,000.
So now we are looking into increasing our land from 100 acres of land to 400 acres of land, and this will help us move from 25 tons to at least 240 tons per year.
Cela est faisable. Avec $300,000 injectés, cela est réalisable.
So for us to realize that, we need to inject $300,000 into our business.
Parce que nous avons suffisamment de terre et le Niger regorge d'eau de sous-sol.
And we got a lot of resources and we are able to do that.
Donc l'objectif est évidemment que la production puisse se franchir des aléas climatiques grâce à la culture irriguée. Merci.
And that will help us with irrigation, and this money can help us into irrigation and bring in other resources we need in order to reach these targets. Thank you.
I was dreaming to work with farmers when I was a small boy. And that dream was come true after I graduated from agricultural school. Fortunately, in my area of interest, I joined an international organization, research, maybe you know it here in Kenya, ILRI, and still I am working there. And another organization, I joined as a part-timer, Edenfield Agri-Seed Enterprise in Ethiopia, that is privately owned and pioneer in the country, which produces mainly forage and forest seeds in high quality standards. And our company or our enterprise, we are working with more than 2,500 farmers in Ethiopia. Even though this number seems small, out of these, 343 farmers have made a union for forage seed producers in some part of the country, which is since 2016 starting. So we are really glad to see the achievement of this small enterprise is reached in this 8 years activity. And we are working with clients. Our major clients are FAO, GIZ, USAID, and ICRAF, just assisting in doing something activities and purchasing our materials of forest seeds and forage seeds. But the problem comes is, as you know, Ethiopia is very highly populated in number of animals, but not in quality, in number of human beings, first in Africa in animal, and second in Africa also in one population. So we focus to work on the highly populated animals and where the scarce of feed animal or livestock feed is. And the second one is also to supply the quality forage seeds or the quality seeds of forest. But since we are running in 2 different areas, now we are just coming down to the shortage of some financial problems to solve these 2 major problems, because feed and animal feed or animal and with human beings are related, especially in Ethiopia, because 85% of our farmers are poor, in the standard, below standard living. So we address to, in any case, in either land restoration, or soil and water conservation, or any laboratory support, whatever your interest is, please join us. Thank you very much.
Macadamia solution to the poverty. Today, macadamia, a farmer of macadamia or a processor is a good in the business. So macadamia, if you farm or you processing, you have a good money. Macadamia fighting with malnutrition. Macadamia restore the lands. My name is Nur Sedize Katalaya, a founder of Norrega Macadamia Rwanda Limited. We promote different nuts, especially macadamia. In 2001, when I was traveling from Kigali to Nairobi, I was served a bag of nuts, macadamia. It was my first time. It was very delicious. I started to do the research about it. Back at home, with 10,000 USD I was saving, I started to grow macadamia with 12,000 trees. After a few time, I started to processing. I work with 750 farmers. Today, I export macadamia, also sell it locally. Maybe some who travel with Rwanda, I think you enjoy our nuts. Today, I'm looking 500,000 to increase 1 million trees. Also, to increase the production facilities and to relocate it in a new standard area of place factory in our country. Thank you very much.
There are more cows than people in Botswana. To be precise, there are 3 million cattle and only 2 million people. This is because Botswana produces 20 million kgs of beef to the EU and the rest of the world to the value of $360 million US annually. Now, the problem with the 3 million cattle is that there is overgrazing. And to keep up the standard of the beef, the farmers now have to feed lot. And all the feeds coming from Botswana comes from South Africa. Well, not up until Chabana Farms came in with a solution to manufacture livestock feed. The market opportunity is huge. there are 500,000 farmers in the country. And therefore, if 1 in 10 was to purchase at least 4 bags of feed per month at $24 a bag, that is $5 million a month and a potential revenue of $60 million a year. We have the farmers, we have a network of farmers, and then we have partnership with retail shops, and we also have access to the mill, and we are raising $75,000 to enable us to produce at least 20,000 bags of feeds a month, which will give us a turnover of $480,000 a month. And that's just 10% of the market, by the way. Thank you.
Renford Ntangama is the most optimistic man in the world. A Malawian smallholder, he sits at the base of the pyramid. He's not just poor, he is ultra poor. He comes from a region where 45% of children suffer from stunted growth due to vitamin A deficiency, where half of all illness is caused by dirty water. Renford, being the eternal optimist, thinks from the base of the pyramid that the only way is up. He's trapped by the aid cycle in Malawi, where aid has replaced trade. But there are solutions to these problems. And Moringa Miracles, having secured $150,000 in fundraising, is now working with 2 key partners, Catholic Relief Services and Goal, to work with 65,000 smallholders. And with your investment of $700,000, together we will lift 325,000 Malawians out of extreme poverty. And we'll do that within 5 years. We'll do that through the commercial production of Moringa oleifera. Our partners have donated 400,000 trees, and we'll buy back the produce those trees produce and export leaf powder and seed oil. The company is headed by a world-class team of 3, and will enter the $365 million Moringa market, having secured $1.5 million of contracts for year 1 sales. This will underpin a 61% rise in smallholder incomes. From year 5, we will inject $2 million into the local economy every year through seed sales and wages. For our smallholders, we have the potential to eradicate vitamin A deficiency. Crushed moringa seed post-oil production is a natural water purifier. We'll donate that seed back to the smallholders, and they'll have enough seed to purify 180 million litres of water per annum. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity for a Malawian-grown solution to a Malawian problem. Ensuring, as Renford says, the only way is up.
Do you hear that? It's celebration at Mama Nyango's. Business booming. And she's able to take her last son to university. Well, that was about a decade ago when wood biomass in Kenya wasn't too expensive. Now she has lost almost 25% of her clients because of the high cost of wood fuel in Kenya. She's just one of the 87% of Kenyans who have to depend on wood fuel and charcoal on a daily basis to sustain their businesses and to maintain their homes. Because of the high deficit, which has gone up to 57%, and because of government regulation, it has not been easy to supply Kenyans with wood fuel. With 30% of Kenyans living in urban areas, it means a whopping 2.1 million homesteads have to use charcoal on a daily basis. My name is Kukinjero, and I'm going to make Kenya smile again. For the last 4 years, Greenport Enterprises has grown 2,000 acres of bamboo, an investment that has cost us almost $10 million. We also have over 800 farmers who together have grown 1,200 acres of bamboo. We stand here today raising an investment of $1.5 million to help us manufacture green bamboo charcoal. We call it bamboo too. This will be about 50,000 tons per year, with a revenue of about $15 million every year. Well, that's little money, considering that the real charcoal market in this country is at $2 billion annually. So join us. Let's make Mama Anyango smile again. And I'm sure she will say, bamboo too.
All right, so can I get one more round of applause for all these? So my name is Looney, I run Fledge. We provided the business education for this program. And as Sophia said, these entrepreneurs have been with us since Monday. So what you saw was the result of just a few days' work. Some of them made it look easy. Some of them made it look as hard as it actually is to stand in front of a stage like this, on stage in front of a crowd. I'd love to thank one more time WRI for making this program possible, and for the rest of our sponsors for funding WRI to make it possible for us to bring this here. And we are hoping to bring it back next year. So now your job is to get up and go talk to these people and ask the questions that we didn't give you a chance to do.